Hi and welcome to my channel, AI and Automation Tools for Everyday Use. This is Module 3 of the n8n tutorial series. In this video, we assume that you have viewed the first two videos in this series. You can find the links in the description below. In the last module, we built a fully working prototype. Your store was online, you were tracking registrations, and you had a working version of the AI newsfeed agent delivering personalized summaries. But now it's time to make it secure. The problem: right now, anyone who gets access to your registration link and form can sign up multiple times for the free trial, receive your digital product even if their trial or subscription has expired, bypass your payment or subscription logic. In other words, our system is functional but is wide open, and that's what we'll fix in this module. What we'll do in this module: we're going to upgrade the registration workflow and add some real-world access control. Here's what we'll build into the system. 1. Email verification. Check if the user has already registered. 2. Trial or subscription validity check. Use the registration date plus 8 days free trial or plus 31 days for paid subscription. 3. Block duplicate free trials. If a user already registered for the free trial, we will redirect them to the paid subscription registration page. We'll also add conditional flows with switch nodes. Use Google Sheets as a basic customer database. Compare dates with n8n's date and time nodes. Personalize responses with Gmail nodes based on what we find. By the end of this module, you'll have a secure automated workflow that protects your product and gives each user exactly the access they've paid for. No more, no less. Let's begin. In the next section, we'll walk through the improved registration workflow you'll build or update in n8n. If you're following along, open up your existing registration workflow and let's begin upgrading it together. Module 3, Part 2, Walkthrough of the Advanced Registration Workflow. Let's walk through your advanced registration workflow in n8n. This version enforces free trial limits, checks expiration, and ensures that only valid users gain access to your digital product. Step 1. Webhook trigger. The workflow begins with a webhook trigger that receives registration data from WooCommerce. This includes customer name and email, the product purchased, date of purchase, and line item details. Step 2. Code node, flatten and prepare the data. The code node processes the webhook payload like this. It extracts the customer's email and name from the billing information, pulls out the date the order was created. Then, for safety, it splits out each product purchased into its own item, in case the user buys more than one product in a single transaction. Finally, it adds customer name, customer email, and date ordered to each item. This flattens the data so each item is processed individually in the workflow. Step 3. Switch. Determine the product purchased. Next, the switch product purchased node evaluates the product name and sends the data down one of two branches: the free trial path or the $5 subscription path. Each branch follows a different logic, starting with client verification, but only for free trials. Step 4. Google Sheets. Check if the email exists. In the free trial path, we need to check whether the user already exists in your Google Sheet, which acts as your client database. This check is done using a Google Sheets read sheet node filtered by email. Note: for paid subscriptions, we skip this step. As long as they pay, they get access. Step 5. Switch. New versus existing client. Still in the free trial path, we now use a switch node labeled New Client, Existing Client to check: is this a new user, email not found, or an existing user, email found? The logic splits again based on the result. Path A, existing client, free trial reuse attempt. If the email already exists, here's what happens. 1. A date and time node gets the current date. 2. Another date and time node reads the stored end date from the client's record. 3. A switch node checks whether the current date is before the end date, then the user still has access. After the end date, then the trial has expired for. Based on the result, if the trial is still active, a Gmail node, Gmail1, sends a "You're still good" message. If the trial is expired, Gmail3 sends an "Access expired" message, including a link to the subscription page. This logic blocks repeat trial, repeats, and gently pushes expired users toward a paid plan. Path B, new client, free trial. If the email is not found, this is a new free trial registration. 1. A date and time node, n8n, calculates their trial end date as date ordered plus 8 days. The user is then added to your Google Sheet via the Google Sheets Add Client or Update Row node, which stores email product name, start and end date, any other details you want to track. 3. Finally, Gmail2 sends a welcome email, and Gmail5 notifies your internal team that a new client has joined. Done. A clean, automated onboarding flow for trial users. Path C, paid subscription. If the product purchased was the $5 subscription, the flow is much simpler. No need to check if they're already in the sheet. They've paid. You calculate the end date as date ordered plus 31 days using a date and time node. You then log the user in Google Sheets and send a Gmail for welcome message. That's it. No access verification needed. If they pay, they get access. In summary, this registration workflow accepts incoming user data via webhook, differentiates between free trial and paid subscriptions. For free trials, checks whether the email already exists and whether access is still valid, prevents duplicate free trials, automatically adds valid users to your client sheet, sends personalized emails for each path, and even notifies your team when a new client signs up, and best of all, it's 100% automated. With just a few nodes, webhook, code, switch, Google Sheets, date, and Gmail, you've created a workflow that controls access to your digital product in a real-world scenario. You now have a registration system that blocks from registration twice for the free trial, enforces time-based access, and gives each user a smooth, personalized experience. Part 3. Conclusion and what's next. Congratulations! You've reached the end of the n8n tutorial series on integrating WordPress, WooCommerce, and n8n. Let's take a moment to look at everything you've built. What we accomplished. We started with a simple idea: automate the delivery of a digital product, in this case, the AI newsfeed agent. And by the end of this series, you created a fully working WordPress plus WooCommerce store, a registration workflow that validates user access, calculates trial or subscription periods, an AI-powered agent that delivers custom news content using ChatGPT, Google Sheets, and Gmail. And you tied it all together using n8n without writing a single backend line of code. That's a powerful automation, and it's ready to scale. Thanks for following along. If this series helped you, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment below with your feedback or questions. You now know how to automate a real business process using WordPress, WooCommerce, and n8n. The complete course material is available at the link in the description. This is just the beginning. See you in the next series.